Once upon a time, there were two best friends. One of them had a computer and the other one sucked.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright. Engage your humor muscles, much like your Kegel muscles.
I don't have any of those.
You have Kegel muscles.
No, I don't.
Escobar thinks he's untouchable.
I have Kegel muscles.
Well, that's good for you.
Q has Kegel muscles.
It's not fun to make fun of somebody else's disability, man.
Haha, loser. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chillin with the Villains. That bit only lasted about 20 seconds.
Yep, 20 whole seconds.
That
And now
sounds
we
like...
stretched talking about it into 30.
Yeah, that's kind of like just my average time. You know, I'll be there with my hand, my beautiful, beautiful hand. I've known him since we were young. We've been through a lot together. Anyway, I touch my penis sometimes. It's like 20 seconds. That's the end of that bit. I don't want to keep going. Hi, Q. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to Chillin' with the Villains. If you want to know what tonight's topic is, so do we. What are we talking about, boys?
I probably shouldn't do it. Historical evidence suggests it's going to be some real dumb shit.
What's a moment that you have in life that you may or may not have found funny at the time, but now that it's passed, you find hilarious?
Okay. All right.
While you guys are thinking that, I can fill in a little bit of space.
Yeah, I would say that's a good one.
I think you're going for like a Kegel machine. Kegel? I'm not
I
sure
think it is
Kegel.
pronounced Kegel, but I always hear it as Kegel.
Everybody does have those muscles, just so you know.
I know. Thanks, though.
Well, I was just filling the time while you were thinking of something.
Oh, that you were just feeling just...
Yeah.
Okay.
I was giving my little cue talk.
It was
Yeah,
it was
it's-
a joke.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
But it's a lot funnier when you explain the
I mean,
joke.
it's definitely funnier when you explain it. It's also really funny when somebody gets like super serious about like something scientific when you're just trying to make a joke about like a flaming car or something like that.
anyway.
Okay, but that wouldn't be...
My answer to your question is not this moment.
Not yet. Give it time.
Can tell you did well in improv in the yes and
yeah.
section.
It was...
That's the only section you
It's my
did well in.
specialty. I taught you improv.
Yeah, it's why it's the only thing we're good at.
Why do you think I'm so bad on the channel?
Anyway, so welcome
No
to
comments on that one?
welcome to the show. Tonight's topic is Q's topic. Things that were not funny or maybe were, but now definitely are.
I'm still thinking.
I can fill more space. I got a billion TED Talks.
Yeah, I'm gonna never say my joke that I just had. Never gonna do it.
Whisper it in my ear seductively.
No.
What about now?
No. No, we will
Yeah.
choose not to
So-
do that.
This is...
My first day of college.
Oh, yeah, that's good. We regale us again, because we got to tell it every few episodes.
In college.
No. Okay, so my first day of college, let me tell you, I was prepared as fuck. I knew where the college was. I knew that it was my first day of college. I knew what my first class was.
Yeah.
That was the extent of my preparation. I got to campus and did not understand that the parking situation
Would change.
was not available. So ended up parking way the fuck away in front of some fucker's house. I mean, that poor guy. But I just parked. Like, I was just like, I gotta get to class. And, you know, I'm gonna be late. So, walking onto campus, and I realize I have no idea not only where the classroom is, but I don't even know where the building is. I know basically nothing about what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm like, that's fine. That's what day one is about, right? It's about figuring shit out. In reality, it's supposed to be before day one, but that's okay. Day one for me was figuring shit out. So I find a big fucking campus map thing, you know, it's on a statue, whatever, one of those placards. I don't know what they're fucking called. And yeah, I went to college. So I find which building it's supposed to be in, and I'm like, well, from there I can kind of look at doors and guess, right? Mm-hmm. I'm walking towards that building, and I'm not a very graceful man, right? I don't move, you know, with the swiftness of the wind or anything. And I wouldn't call myself ballerina-like in any sense. So I tripped over my own foot. You know when you sometimes step down and hit the side of your foot
You
instead
haven't
of
been walking for like 18 years yet.
the bottom of your foot. And you, instead of walking on the bottom of your foot, you walk on the side of your foot.
It's real hard. Toddlers do it.
That's
really
what
difficult.
that's what I did. I did that, which is fine. I was like, that's all right. I'll just catch myself on whatever's to my left. So I reach out and I catch myself on the 20 set of stairs that was going down into the quad. And I hit pretty much every step on the way down, right? And that hurts a lot. We talked about the greatest or the most sick you've ever been. That was probably one of the more painful moments of my life.
Yeah.
Was tripping and pretty much spraining my ankle and then immediately falling down a set of stairs. So I hit the bottom of the stairs and I'm kind of in shock, right? My body doesn't want to register the pain.
Yeah.
It knows it's there. It's just going to choose to ignore it.
Sure.
But it doesn't really know what to do. So I throw up.
He just vomits.
I just puke. Just kind of like I'm trying to push myself off the ground, right? So
Yeah.
I can stop being somebody who fell
Did you
down
hit
the
your head at
stairs.
all on the way down?
I'm sure I did.
Did you get tested for a concussion at all?
No.
Okay.
I was just pushing myself off the ground and I then heaved
Okay.
and just puked on the ground and I stood up and there were a lot of people around.
Right. First day of school, usually there are.
Yeah, and I just kind of grabbed my backpack, which now had a torn fucking thing for the shoulder.
Nice.
So I just kind of look at my backpack and I just kind of pick it up and I look around and people are staring at me and a couple people are kind of coming towards me and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "Nah," and I just leave. I go home. That was my first day of college. I just kind of decided, no.
You know what? That's okay to take the L.
It doesn't.
All you missed was probably the introduction and the syllabus day. It's probably a freshman class. You're fine.
It doesn't. I don't know what was next, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't want to find out. Some could say it could have only gone up, but considering the set of events that led me all the way down there, I didn't know where the next elevator shaft was, and I don't want to explore that, you know.
And you could go up the stairs and then back right down.
So my moment, it's not quite as humorous, even in hindsight, but it's more the aftermath of it. So Tokyo and I were walking back home from school. We were walking to my place, and we took this path that we would take. It was usually a lot quicker, but we would cut behind the rose garden at the church near the high school, and then just up through just up through a cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I remember this story.
Real quick, it like straight up cuts off like 15 minutes from the walk back to my place.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just walking, and then so as a kid, I was fucking petrified, absolutely horrified of dogs.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, and up until about high school, I couldn't really be in a room with them. If one of them barked at me, I would get into this my fight or flight response would immediately kick in.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we're walking, and then I see a dog. It hasn't barked at me. It just looks at me, but just ancient lizard brain just immediately goes, run now. And I don't know what. It turns towards us, and now that I think about it, looking back in the old memory bank, it was just running over, smiling, all excited to see other people. But I immediately 180 go to turn and sprint, then immediately trip over my own feet, and I go face first into the fucking concrete.
Yeah, dude, it was actually the curb.
Well, yeah.
You ran into the curb.
Oh, well, whatever. I couldn't see my feet.
I know.
So I immediately face plant into fucking concrete. I'm about 98% sure I was concussed because at that point in my life I had certainly had at least 6 undiagnosed concussions. So 2 diagnosed concussions. So I know what they felt like. Mm-hmm. Can't remember them. So all I know is I'm looking up. I'm all dazed and confused, and Toki just goes, "You got a little schmutz on your forehead," and I rub it off. I'm like, "Oh, that's blood. That's blood." And the person runs over, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just really afraid of dogs. I don't know why I ran. Or being all cool. And then we're walking back to my place. And for some reason, to try and save face to my friend, I go, people ask, we got into a street fight with a bunch of people.
We got into a fight straight up.
Yeah, we got into a fight with people and fought them off. And then my mom's like, we get home, and then my mom's just like, oh my God, Miguel, are you okay? And I'm like looking at Toby, I'm like, yeah, we got into a fight with a bunch of people. And he's just like, yeah, Miguel just fought them off. It was actually super cool.
You know your bros when you lie for your bro.
And then it took, for some reason, like we never talked about it again after that exact moment.
No.
But then, like, in Vegas, like, we were in Vegas. For some reason, I turned to Tokyo and go, hey, do you remember when we lied to everybody that I cut my head open because we got into a fight, not because I ran away from a dog that was happy to see me? And he was like, yeah. I was like, we never revealed that. I think I've told this story on the channel before, but, like, that was... either then back in like that was either right when we moved out here. It was either then or now. It has been almost 10 years, and that is the first time we had like revealed that to the quote general public, that one forgettable cut on my forehead was caused by me running away from a dog and immediately face planting into the concrete, and not because we got into a fist fight.
What about you, Q? What's your one story?
Yeah, I was sitting there just trying to think of one. I got like a couple weird ones that I found. I can't think of something that I didn't find funny at the time. That I like look back. Like either I'm embarrassed now and I don't want to talk about it, or
I don't say like what about the opposite, in which was like really funny at the time, but now you're just like probably wasn't that funny.
Ooh. All right, you guys have to give me a second on that one. I don't know what. For those of you who don't know, my father passed in the last 2 years, and one time we had a nice young lady over, and we were sitting up on the were we on the back, the balcony? I'm pretty sure you were there for that. I think you knew where we were going.
Yep.
And we were just talking about family and stuff like that, and we got talking about my dad and all that, and I think it was pretty recent. Like it had just, like
it was not
like a week.
too long.
It was pretty soon.
Very recently.
And she was kind of getting a feel for like what kind of a man he was, and I was like, yeah, he's a great man. Too bad you'll never meet him. You never met him, and you never will.
Jesus,
that one is probably like
Dude, that whole fiasco, man. The following charade.
Yeah.
Of that entire experience was.
I dropped my current girlfriend off at the airport, and she was like, "I'm sad because every time I've left on a plane trip, I've had a dog die, and we have our dogs. She was worried about that." And I was like, "That's fine. Last time I dropped someone off at the airport, it was my dad."
Oh, fuck, dude. Alright, well.
I don't think we got that.
The episode ends there. We're out, everybody. Have a good night.